Hey, everybody. I wanted to get on and talk a little bit today, really quickly, about learning. Um, some of you know, some of you don't. My career in the adult world in which you have a job and someone pays you started as a teacher. I knew when I was a little kid that I would be teaching in classrooms from as long as I can remember. I remember when I told my parents I was going to go to college to be a teacher, they were like, "Uh huh." Apparently, it was only news to me. Um, And in the teaching world, I found my path to coaching. I started coaching teachers first, and then after a family move, ended up coaching salespeople and managers in a very different world, but in a teacher space still, sort of. And then moved into my own businesses and back to teaching students in classrooms and into coaching other businesses. And all along, there's been a lot of different varieties, but one of the core values from which I sit in everything at every space is that you can learn anything you want to learn. We joke, I had a manager I used to work with in my corporate world who used to laugh because somebody would say to me, "Oh, no, you're not going to be able to figure that out." And he'd go, "Uh oh, did you just tell her she couldn't?" I really do believe that you can learn anything, that just about everything is teachable, that everything can be learned if you decide. Here's the thing, I'm 41 now. I'm probably not going to be like a ballerina anytime soon. But could I go learn to be more graceful? Sure. Not on my list, but I could probably learn it if I really put my mind to it. That is how I taught myself to be a math teacher. That is how I learned to be a coach. I learned from other people. I learned from mentors. I learned from coaches. I learned from teachers. I learned from practice. I learned from doing things and having them blow up in my face. I learned. And you can too. There is nothing about what you're doing right now that you can't figure out. It is, in some ways, a really simple thing, right? It is simple to go, "Oh gosh, I can't figure it out." But it's equally as simple to go, "I'm not going to let this beat me." And that's something I say a lot to students in class, even still now, when they say to me, "You know what, I'm not going to be able to figure this out." And I say, "You let some little math problem beat you?" I don't want to lose to a math problem. I don't want to lose to a business problem. I don't want my clients to lose to a business problem. I don't stand for that kind of thing. I believe we will figure it out. Sometimes we need to figure it out together, and that's fine. Sometimes we need to sit back and be a part of a conversation in order to learn. Sometimes it just helps to say stuff out loud, but that doesn't mean you aren't learning. Every time you're stuck, every time you're sitting up against something thinking, "I don't know what to do," there is always a way forward. Always, truly. And I believe that as a teacher and a human and a parent and a coach and in every spot in my life. Truly. So if you are sitting today thinking like, "Oh my gosh, there's no way I can move forward." Or if you are sitting today thinking, "I'm not going to figure this out." Or if you are sitting there thinking, "I don't know how to begin," take a breath and just start something. You can't fail if you're learning. There is no such thing, because no matter what happens, if the experiment goes great or it explodes, you learned something, and the next time is better. That's all it is. We learn, we experiment, we grow. We learn, we experiment, we grow. Not everything is perfect. People are not. I am surely not. I did about 10 things every day where I think like, "Whoops." And you're not alone in that. Even when people look like they have it together, and I'm not sure I'm one of those, but even when the people that look like they have it together, they don't. They're learning too. So everything can be learned. I have faith in you. I know that if you need help, I am here to ask. Please reach out and say, "I am super stuck. Let's talk about it." I'm happy to connect in any way that would be useful to you. Also, know that you are going to figure it out, and I have that faith in you. And if you need to borrow that anytime, it's here for you. Have a good Wednesday.